The day we've all been waiting for, Titan Season 2 is here! What's up, YouTubers of the world? MegaGeekMixer here to give you guys my review on the first episode of Season 2 of Titans. Now, I went into this episode thinking of it as the true season finale of Season 1, since this was supposed to be just that, the real finale of Season 1, because it starts off where it left off with the season finale of Season 1 and Grayson in that dream and everything. And I will say that since we all know they did reshoots of it and stuff, I will say that this episode was alright and stuff, but well, I'll explain more after I review my thoughts more on this episode. Let's just go ahead and get right into that. So, as I said, guys, it started off where it left off. Grayson had fallen in the darkness. Raven, seeing this, is horrified of it, and she's wondering how her father could do this and stuff. Does she finally start to realize that her father and mother are just bad people, and she doesn't like it at all. Of course, well, Garfield's in there, and he's just like saying, yeah, let's get out of here, especially with Raven's mother and father just trying to get her to join, and nope, that's not happening at all. And while that's going on, y'all remember Hawk&Dove? They came out of a coma and went looking for Jason Todd. Well, they found him, and yeah, the interaction was pretty funny and stuff, mostly for like Jason Todd, because you know how his personality is. Well, the real funny thing was how he was hitting on Kat there, and just Hawk wasn't taking that, not at all, not by strive at all. But after getting through their little like, what's the best way to put it? Something that was said in Iron Fist, pissy wash or something. It don't matter either way. They went through the little thing there and then got to the point and then went up and met with Donna Troy and Starfire, who before meeting, Donna Troy and Starfire looked like they were about to fight each other here. You know, and no surprise considering how they first met. I can understand why it feels like that, but still. They didn't, because, well, Jason Todd and Hawk&Dove all arrived at the scene here, and then they all get invited into Trigon's house, which I can't believe they just blindly went in there, to be honest with you, because the fact they were just blindly going in there being like, oh, this isn't a trap at all, that really is disappointing. Because here's the thing, when they went in there, they all went through the same thing Grayson did. They went through a dream sequence where they gave in to their dark impulses, and then finally they were in the control of Trigon. Of course, Raven and Beast Boy still trying to run away from Grayson, who was tasked by Trigon to capture them, ended up finding them, and yeah, too late, guys. They are also under control now too. And I'm sorry, Raven, if you're not gonna come with them, well then they'll just beat the crap out of Beast Boy, because that's what they did. And no, not pretty at all. Well, it turns out the reason why, since Raven wouldn't just graciously accept her father in joining her, he decided he'll do it the hard way by breaking her heart, by making her lose all her friends. And here's the thing, when he wanted to break her heart, he meant both literally and figuratively. And you're probably wondering what I mean when I say that. Well, the answer is simple to that, guys. By literally, yes, he literally broke her heart, and ripped her heart and broke it, and inside her heart was the very gem that's always been on Raven's forehead. And yeah, that gem on Raven's forehead was all inside her heart this whole time. And also figuratively by, as I said, making her lose the friends she's come to see as her family. And after doing that and Trigon getting the gem, did Trigon finally reveal his true form? And guys, whoa, did it not look cool? It really did look cool. I mean, sure, it didn't go out. I wasn't really sure how they were going to do it CGI-wise when they would finally show us his true form, but this is pretty badass looking. I don't deny it. It really is. But with that in mind, though, after revealing his true form, he puts the the gem inside Raven, and then soon gains control of her, and then prepares to start dominating the world. But first he puts a little sideness aside him by killing his wife and Raven's mother, Angela. Angela always thought that she and Trigon were going to do this together, but all this time she'd written it until it was too late for her to realize she was just being used as well. But Alex for Beast Boy, who had gotten beaten the crap out of, he looked like he was dead, but no, he wasn't dead, and he finally transformed into something more than the tiger. He transformed into a snake. By transforming into a snake, he was able to sneak over and slither to Raven and wake her up from Trigon's control. All thanks to him, all thanks to the memories of the Titans and him. And after Raven was finally in control, that she went over to Dick Grayson. And let me just say that while she went inside his dream sequence to try to break him from the spell, which by the way she did, I'm not gonna lie, I was feeling, in that entire scene right there, I was feeling the new Teen Titans from the 1980s vibe. I was really feeling that. Why? Well, because it was here that Raven finally started to realize that this all started with the dream she had of Grayson and his parents, and that she was meant to find Grayson. And does that not sound familiar to anybody? Is that not how it all started in the new Teen Titans when the first issue came out? It was all in Raven reached out to Robin through his dreams until she finally met him in person. See that? Yeah. And it's pretty much like a renaissance of it, just in their own version. Instead, yes, in her dream she knew of Grayson, and then she finally met him in episode 1, and then it all comes to a head in the dream sequence here in episode 1 of season 2, where they're at that circus performance, and to help Grayson break free, she jumps off of the trapeze and looks like she would fall until Grayson picked her up, which ended up breaking Grayson of the curse. And after doing that, did Raven finally have enough? Goes out there, confronts her father, and then just like that, she's beaten him. Now know this, I said beaten, meaning he's not completely dead yet. He's just out of there for now. And that was how it all would end for that battle. And yeah, I know, that sounds a bit short, but like I said, I'll save it all here at the end. It moved on over next to, now that that's all done, all the Titans, well, better yet say, Garfield, Raven, and Jason went with Grayson, because Grayson was taking him some there, but he wasn't saying where. While Starfire said she's not going with them, but that doesn't mean we're not going to see her. She just got to find thing for herself on what's her next move, while Hawk&Dove and Donna Troy all just decide to go back to their regular lives, with Dawn putting a little spin on there saying that it was great seeing everyone, but let's not do this again. And I'll talk more on that later. But before going to where Grayson was taking them, Grayson first visited Bruce. Why? Because after that dream sequence, it made Grayson go to see Bruce so we could try to clear the air with Bruce. Sort to say, as you were. But either case, though, he went there and let him know about why he left and all the darkness he was feeling and how he felt that Bruce was weaponizing him and stuff. But then came to start seeing that not everything was Bruce's fault. So they were able to sort of patch things up there. And let me just say, though, the guy who was playing Bruce, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, he felt more like an Alfred to me. I won't lie on that end. But after doing that, he told Bruce that he's going to do a do-over of the Titans. Now this can go back into the clue of what Dawn said. She just sounded like, while it was great to be the Titans once again, she doesn't want this to be a thing to do sort of thing. This will no doubt tie into the Titans' past, as we learned of what happened to the original Titans. But after doing that, Grayson finally took Raven, Gar, and Jason Todd to San San Francisco, where they were brought into the Titans Tower, and each and every one of them were just in awe of the place. Mostly because they were like saying, well, I don't know about Raven, but for Beast Boy and Jason, they were like saying, I can't believe I'm in the Titans Tower. And my favorite scene was when Beast Boy was over at the spot where Robin, Wonder Girl, Hawk, and Dove had their display cases. He just imagined they were right there in front of him. Yes, that was like a mega geek out moment right there. It seriously was. But while all that was going on, while all that was going on, we were also introduced to one of the main antagonists for this season, and that was Slade Wilson. Being introduced to him right when he's inside his cabin, and then going out to get some supplies and stuff for his house. He hears on the news on Jason Todd saying that famous saying, "Titans are back, bitches." And yeah, when he heard that, it's just like something snapped in Slade, to where he went over and visited his old friend Wintergreen, who brought him over to his old suit, which was all nice and cleaned up and in display. So yeah, now that it's pretty much saying now that the Titans are back, Slade is back as Deathstroke. He's here to finish a job. That's what it seems to be looking like here. And yeah, it was great to see him and Wintergreen have a little somewhat awkward interaction there of saying, how you been? Been good. That's that. But still, one's gotta wonder, now that Slade's back, what's his first step move in trying to take on the new Titans here? One can only wonder. Now then, what did I think of this episode in general? Well, it's really a mixed bag. It's kind of a mess because how they reshot it to where the first half was to wrap up things with the Trigon, and then the next half was to set up all the things going for season 2. The way I see it, they should have probably maybe stuck with how it should have been, like, let's say put it like most of it, if not 95% of the episode, was about the defeat of Trigon, because how Raven defeated him so quickly. While I know he's gonna come back at some point in time in future seasons, it still just felt off right there. But and by extending it out longer, it would have had some better conclusion and better closure. That's all I'm saying on that end. Yeah. And then for the last like 5% or 10% of the episode would have been a better way to set up for season 2. So if I'm to give this a score, I'd give it a 6.5 out of 10. Now, by no means am I saying, has this got me low esteem for season 2? No, because like I said, I went into this looking at this as the actual finale for season 1. And next week is the real start for season 2. So yeah, I'm still excited for what more to see going into season 2 of Titans. Especially since next week, we are getting one of my favorite anti-heroines being Rose Wilson. Yes, I love me some Rose Wilson. She is an awesome character. I have through the DC universe, I have read through all the comics she's appeared in, and yeah, she is a complete badass. I love her. I'm gonna just let y'all know this. I'm sure some people have made this name up themselves, but I look at her and I just see her as like the Silver Deadly Assassin, Rose Wilson, aka the Ravager, and she will begin the Ravager costume along with her ESP power in this season. So I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with her and what kind of role she'll play. Maybe yeah, she's gonna be a spy for Deathstroke she'll be a spy for Deathstroke, infiltrating the Titans and then sending information to her father. But could she have a change of heart in the end? Kind of like in Judas Contract? I guess, maybe, I don't know. All I just know is, big fan of Rose Wilson. We're getting her next week. I am super excited. I cannot wait to see the Silver Deadly Assassin in action. But that'll do it for now, guys, and I really love to know what you guys thought of this episode. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you thought it was okay but just a mixed bag? Let me know in the comments section down below. But until then, guys, if you're enjoying my videos, all you gotta do is click that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to be notified when I make more videos, and until then, MegaGeekMixer signing out. Bye!